Yeah, I think it's going.
Yo. What is happening?
Welcome to
Season 2 of the Gluecast.
episode 1.
Yeah. We're happy that it's 2021, y'all. Season 2 coming at you. This is the beginning of it.
We just decided that, you know what? It's time for season 2.
Yep. And we were happy about it, right? We were kind of looking at each other like, oh, this thing feels pretty good. You know, it's got some good momentum, I think. You know?
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, yeah. Guys, if you're drinking out there, just hope you're not drinking and driving. Have a cheers with us. Maybe a little bit of
I brought a little
small
whiskey.
batch whiskey.
I'm not, I was always a Bud Light guy. I am a Bud Light guy. I still identify as a Bud Light guy, but man,
yeah.
I've been loving me some whiskey.
Did you see that Post Malone show that's going to be on YouTube?
Is it? No, is it a...
It's Beirut. They're playing beer pong.
Oh, really?
And he just has guests in. I'm like, how is he the first motherfucker to do this? You know what I mean?
To what? Have a
talk show that's beer pong. That's fucking brilliant.
It's simple, but brilliant.
Yeah, because that's what you do. I mean, I played fucking beer pong last week, dude. I fucking love beer pong.
I know.
Right?
I love it too.
Right?
Why do I have to give it up? Because I'm 39.
You don't. Nobody said that.
It feels like it. No,
I feel like if they did.
Someone has said that. And you know who that person's name is?
Who, Robbie?
Jill Bunker.
Jill, come on, give it up.
She doesn't know.
Do you walk up to her and say, "Hey, Jill, there's something I'm gonna have to ask you to give up this week"?
Yeah, but her ask is.
Oh, you do it?
No. But her ask to me is like, "Don't be a fucking idiot and get hammered and put your life at risk." So I can't really.
Oh, okay.
You know, because
that doesn't mean you can't play beer pong, dude.
No, but I'm so good that
really?
because I keep winning.
Oh, yeah, you win all the time.
I keep playing, and then I drink too much, and then I'm a sloppy drunk, and, no drinking and driving,
Of course. Well, shouts out to Jill then. Thanks, Jill. Thanks for keeping them intact.
I will fuck you up on the table, though. I want you to know.
I won the last game, just so you know, and we were on a 3-game win streak. So.
Yeah, it's bullshit. You know what? I should be able to play beer pong.
That's ridiculous.
I'm a grown-ass man.
What? You know how I'm probably not the best example, but I don't let people tell me shit.
I know you don't.
It's bad too, to a fault sometimes.
I'm not saying
it's a character thing, I think.
Yeah.
It's like ingrained in you. Because I've been a dickhead since I was a little kid.
As we discussed.
Yeah.
I think it's more so that I don't put myself in a position to play beer pong anymore.
Okay.
Because I'm an old man.
Yeah.
It's not so much.
You're like to your son, yo, you want to play a quick game
to my 55-year-old neighbor who's crushing Bud Lights all day. She's like, hey, come on over and
He's just
get on the table.
Positioned right out in front of the fence, like in King of the Hill. Hey, what's going on, man? How you doing, man? I'm just having a couple Bud Lights, man. Yeah, I'll tell you what.
What?
I'm gonna try to do some voice acting online. I
think you'd be very good at it.
I've always wanted to do it. If I'm being
hold on, add to the list of.
If I'm being frank with you, and I like to be Steve usually, so
okay.
I think it's because I watch a lot of anime, right? Mm-hmm. Ever since I was young, I watched anime, and I always thought I could because it's so often you watch one where the English voiceovers are so bad that I just defaulted to the Japanese audio because original voice recorders, they're always they have the feeling, they have probably the direction, all the resources go into the original production, and then you have the reproduction of an audio. Mm-hmm. It's just not going to be the same. But I've always thought, God, I would fucking do way better than this guy. Mm-hmm. Like, seriously. Like, I would put myself in this role. You want me to try some? Here. Well, what about this? You tell me, you bring up a character that you want me to be, and I'm going to be it.
Like a fictional character?
Like any character, and I'll have to do the voice.
Donald Duck.
No, come on. My dad could do that one. He would fuck up Donald Duck all the time. Like in a good way, fucking.
Bro, I can do Sesame Street like fucking.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Who's your best Sesame Street impersonation?
Well, now I'm nervous.
No, it's fine. Take a deep breath.
Hey, Bert. Hey, Bert.
Oh,
Hey, Granny. I totally fucked that laugh up. Hold on.
Hey, what's going on, Bert?
Hey, Bert.
Oh, I don't know, Bert. When you always answer him
Snuffle up, I guess.
like that. All right. Can you do the count? Count one.
I think everyone can do the count.
2, 3.
C is for cookie. That's good enough for me. Ha ha.
All right. I'll give you the Cookie Monster one.
All right.
So here, make one of you two guys, because we got Sean sitting here. One of you two guys make up a scenario, like a voice actor scenario. Maybe you can think about that while I'm talking about what I want to fucking yell at people about.
Wait.
2020, dude.
2021.
Happy 2021, dude. But if you drive with your high beams on at night, fuck you. All right?
This is a real problem for you.
A real problem.
Because I've heard you complain about this before.
Yes. Why do you have your high beams on? Why? Even if you're behind somebody on the highway, they have a fucking mirror right in front of their eyes.
Here's a scenario.
Okay.
Your voiceover.
Yeah.
You're the douchebag who puts on their high beams.
Oh, I'm the guy in the car?
And the scenario is you walk up to them and be like, yo, everything you just said, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And how does this person...
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't think it was that much of a problem. I always drive with my high beams on. It's the safest way to do it. Yeah, but you act like a fucking... Everybody else isn't, like, need to focus on the road or they don't want the brightest light in the fucking world in their eye. Well, I don't know. I didn't know it was that much of a problem. I guess I wouldn't do it if I knew people were so angry.
What's this guy's name?
Edward.
He sounds like an Edward. I was going to say something
Edward,
like that.
for sure.
Or Paul.
Yeah,
but,
he doesn't have much hair at all.
Yeah.
He's skinny, kind of limp dick guy.
What are some of his favorite hobbies?
He loves playing checkers, not chess.
Checkers,
His girlfriend left him 4 years ago.
Yeah. What kind of music does he listen to?
He listens to mostly country and Western, the only two kinds.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess he has a goldfish, probably, if I had to guess. Yeah. But I think, I'm sorry to say this, I think a lot of women do it. And I don't know if it's they're just not aware. Because I do look over, because it's a constant thing with me, so I always pay attention to it. So I do look to see who it is. And then I have a list in my car.
You write down the license plate?
Yeah. I write down all their information, what they look like, their hair color.
Like that guy in, was it Billy Madison? Right? Steve Buscemi's character in Billy Madison.
Wow. What a fucking legend, dude.
Oh,
Are you serious? Imagine living Steve Buscemi's life. And then you're actually that guy in those movies.
Do you know what's incredible is I completely forgot how, one, that he was in The Sopranos, but two, that he was fucking awesome in that.
Oh, really?
Incredible.
What kind of role was it? Because I haven't watched
He was
The Sopranos.
a gangster.
He was?
Yeah, and I normally wouldn't picture him as a gangster, but he was in jail for 20 years at his character and came out, and he had to adapt to the new world.
Did he have a crazy eye? Like in, what's that movie where he's got the googly eyes?
Kingpin?
No. Oh, it's in Mr. Deeds.
Mr. Deeds.
Where he's in the woods. He's got that dumb hat on and the flannel shirt.
He's in so many Adam Sandler movies. It's insane. And it's always the weird guy.
When he goes up on the thing in the water park in Grown Ups, he goes down on like one leg. He has he puts his foot through the loop and then he just smashes through the thing.
Remember, he's the homeless guy in Big Daddy, and he's on like a shopping cart that crashes.
Yeah. Doesn't he become his friend or something?
Yeah.
That's what I miss, making friends with homeless people. Because like they're...
Wait, what?
Because like they're...
You miss it. First of all, it implied that you used to do it a lot.
Yeah.
And now you're implying that
sure,
you don't,
I mean, I used to
anymore.
work a door for years, and you'd have this... I had this one brilliant homeless man that came up and he wanted to just see what was going on with the sound check. And I'm like, sure, dude. Listen to the music. He's like, oh man, this brings me back. It reminds me of my father. And then he just goes into this, kind of like a little bit of his life journey. And I think we dehumanize
And then
homeless people a lot of the time.
Put his pants down and took a
Then
shit on your foot.
Well, no, this was after he did that. This was after.
Okay.
But he was like,
man, that was so disrespectful because you were trying to be serious about it. And
No, it's
sorry.
okay. No, it's all right. This is a comedy show, right? I mean,
I think so.
More or less.
More or less.
I've been trying to, because I like to be doing the hashtags, and I'm like, should I put comedy in there? Like, does that insinuate that we think we're funny?
Yeah. See, I don't like that either.
Right.
Yeah.
I think I need somebody that's not me to do the
hashtags.
Yeah. Only the hashtags.
Well, we laugh. You and I think it's funny.
And we were talking about this in the group chat this week, like creating your own reality and being comfortable with it, because everybody does that, but I don't know that they mindfully do it, and like then we started talking about manifest destiny and how you kind of.
What do you mean? So that was a movement to the West Coast.
It was like you manifest what you want. So you create your destiny so that you relentlessly, because think about it, like when, I don't know if there's people here that watch shows with heroes or whatever, or, from a young age, they're determined to do this one thing and they don't give up on this one thing, no matter what it is. Because like a life's it's a long thing, you don't know what the fuck's going to happen. You can make a plan, you can, try to do your best, but it's probably going to end up differently than you expected. But if you don't give up on, my one friend said you have to write down your goal, your dream, and put it in your pocket and carry it with you everywhere you go. So you never forget about it. You never forget to take it out. You always have it there. Because the chances are, if you talk to somebody on the street just walking by and you ask them what is their dream or what is their goal in life or something like that, a lot of them wouldn't be able to answer it. So you having the ability to answer it already puts you kind of in an advantageous position, because then you're egging on conversations. You're getting yourself in situations where you may not have been.
So do you have it in your pocket right now?
I don't have it in my pocket.
What does it say? If you mind me, or is that private?
Oh, so my no, I can share that. My goal with music, I don't want to say has always been, because I think at first I just wanted to be able to play and sing, but then, I realized I just want to play music to a lot of people, and I want to feel okay with what I'm playing. So, that could morph, and you could kind of readjust your aim or whatever, but ultimately that was the goal, is that I wanted to play music, and I wanted to play to big crowds. I wanted to play that's something I'm missing now, is I want to play to a big crowd. I love that. I love, being in that scenario. So, but yeah, I mean, without going too far into it, that's what I understand.
It's music related then.
For me.
Yeah.
But everybody's different,
Because when we talked a few weeks ago, I think you said you just want to do something big.
Yeah.
Regardless.
Yeah. I mean,
and you also have to. There's a real chance this country's still going to be locked down until the summer, if not later.
Sure.
So you have to. Are you going to hold yourself accountable to do something big this year?
Yeah.
If you can't do music live.
Yeah.
What else is it going to be?
The podcast has been great for that, the creative outlet. I think more than anything, if I don't have the creative side of me, I just kind of fester, and I'm left to my own devices, and I feel like I'm not important, or whatever it is. But yeah, I want to do this voice acting thing, which is something I can do from home, and then it will, in turn could help with this, because your voice is like, I don't know. I think it will just help me in general. Because
how do you even look into that? Like, how does one get a voice acting job?
I think there's a website called Fiverr.
Okay.
I believe, and I think they take something like 20%. There's better ones from what I've heard, but you can just put your, resume or whatever, your bio, describe what you can do or whatever, and then put your price for something, and then people can commission you for jobs. And they do it a lot, actually, because they don't want to pay professionals, so they'll nickel and dime some fucking up-and-comers, to see if they could get a better product for the way less money.
Do you get to make up your own character? Like, can you be Adam?
No.
Is that what did we call him Adam? Is that his name?
Was it Eric?
I don't know.
I forget. It was something stupid, dude. Not sorry if that's your name.
we just lost every Adam and Eric in America.
Fuck. I don't really think those names are stupid. Just this guy.
Just Eric. Just the name
just
Eric. Adam's fine. No.
Shit.
Sorry,
someone's
Eric.
out there feeling like a Karen right now.
I got one of my boys is named Eric. Shout out to Eric.
Oh,
I'm gonna send him this.
Is he listening?
Yeah.
Oh,
he's
okay.
from New Bedford. He's listening now.
Is he?
Because I'm gonna send him this.
Yeah. Somebody asked me. Oh yeah, I got to give a shout out to Melissa because she was like, "Was I on the show?" She keeps asking me, "Was I on the show last week?" I'm like, I don't know,
baby.
I don't put like everybody on the show. She's one of my Pokemon connects.
Okay.
Believe it or not.
Shout out to Melissa.
Yeah, and I don't know if Kolab listens, but he's my West Coast Pokemon Connect. So.
Kolab?
Yeah.
Like collab?
Like collab. I think he's from the Bay. No, collab would
with Kolab.
Collab would be COLAB, right?
Yeah.
Is there two L's?
Was that a K?
Mm-hmm.
Caleb? So it's Caleb.
No, KOLOB. Kolab.
Okay.
Know what I'm saying? Bang. So we wanted to get into YouTube today, dude.
YouTube.
What a massive topic. And I don't know that, where do you start? I mean, I guess my question to you was, what's on your recommended tab when you go on YouTube? And do you listen to it a lot?
Hold on. Let's talk about YouTube in general
okay.
first before we get into that, because it is such a big topic, right?
Yeah, it's tremendous.
I read up, knowing that we were going to talk about this, I read up on how and when it started.
When was
so there's
that?
3 PayPal guys, filthy rich, decided to do. Actually, it was originally it was supposed to be like a dating type thing. Upload your personal, and
Like
it wasn't called YouTube.
Really?
It was called something else, and then and I think the very first video was like a guy going to the zoo. Like, I'm at the zoo. And that was like the first video. Yeah. But when they changed
leaning on a fucking tree or something?
Yeah, some shit. But when they decided to change it to YouTube was, believe it or not, it stemmed from the Super Bowl when, remember Janet Jackson?
The nipples?
The nipple thing?
Yeah.
These guys realized there's no easy way to find this video online. It's it's really hard to find it. So let's use our existing dating thing. It's called YouTube. And that was kind of the idea. So it all stems back to titties.
God. See? It all starts there, man.
It's all about it's all about titties. Let me tell you that. That's what everything's
the
about.
The world came off the titty.
Think about it. It's all about tits.
Yeah. And if you didn't come off the titty, then you came off the titty, the fake titty. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is artificial, and then you might be a little bit, the way you talk might be a little different, or don't you think that's true?
What?
People that don't have the real teat?
I don't know. I never thought about it until right now.
Just so everybody knows, I do not have any opinions on that matter.
But think about
just a funny
The
bit.
world runs on tits.
It does run on tits.
Because why do you work? Why does one work? No, think about it. Ready? Why does one work?
Why does one work?
To what? To
get tits?
To make money.
Oh.
More money gives you a bigger status.
Oh, you're taking the long game.
Yeah, and money gets you titties.
Okay.
I don't really believe this.
Okay.
Halfway
just
through,
something
I'm like,
you picked up.
Halfway through, I just had to commit to it, but I don't believe in it.
Yeah.
So
Well, that happens with bits, right?
Yeah.
You don't always fucking know where it's going. So that's an interesting path. Started as a dating resume sort of.
Yep.
My name's Brad. I'm from Los Angeles. My favorite thing to do is read and have a cat.
Mm-hmm. And that's what it was.
Then
and
a
everyone
girl's
around
like,
the world
oh my
could upload
God,
their
he's
video.
cute.
Yeah.
I like cats. You ever think about how common a lot of people are? Like how fucking boring and how common they are? Like just like very predictable things about them that they like.
Yeah.
And then
Well, they're not all you.
well,
Well, no, think about it. You wouldn't be you if a lot of people weren't the same.
yeah.
So be thankful.
And I don't want to know if people are going to take that personally, but I'm just thinking I couldn't live with like that boring of a nature. But everybody's different.
Yeah,
They've got their own inclinations.
Do you think I live kind of boring?
Do I think you live boring? I mean,
I won't be offended because
I truthfully don't know. I don't know how you live.
Do you think my life is good?
Yeah.
You do.
Because if your life wasn't good, I would feel like I would see it on your face.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like you notice that, or at least I notice that when I come in contact with people, like something's up.
Yeah.
You know,
I always wonder what people think if my life is boring. I don't think so at all.
no, I mean, what did you send a bunch of fucking beats to me this week?
Yeah, I try to keep it
Go
funky.
down in the
I try
lab
to keep my life funky
while
in all
taking
different-
care of the fam and
Yeah.
you know keeping your job. That's
My job is not typical either.
sure.
I mean, I know.
What is it time commitment wise? Is it not typical or is it?
I work at least 50 hours. I don't know. I don't time it.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of always when you like what you do for the most
Yeah.
part, it doesn't feel like work. So
Yeah.
I can't say how.
You're not clocking in every time.
No, I talk to these people on the phone a lot that
Right.
I already that they're kind of like friends. We
Sure.
talk work and then we talk. So
Yeah.
it doesn't feel like work sometimes.
Yeah. Well, I think that's because you've invested in yourself and what you're doing. If you believe in what you're doing,
Yeah.
you know, we all need money to get by, and
Right.
obviously it changes things in your life and has weight. I fucking hate money. I've told you this, and
I love it.
I fucking hate it. And
But you wish you had a lot of it.
this is always what people say. Anytime I say that, they say, "Yeah, but you need it to live, and you wish you were rich." It's like, no, I really don't wish I was rich. I hate what money does to people. I hate what it's done to our society. It just, I mean, and we're kind of paying for it because it's you live by the sword, you die by the sword. So, the most capitalistic society in the world. You know, we have. There wasn't something successful here. Now there is because we had a.
The best country in the world, though.
America, yeah.
For real.
Going around and save the motherfucking day, America.
Dude, I truly believe. Where would you rather live? If that's the case, then go.
Well, I think that's a hard question to answer unless you're somebody that's been to a lot of different places and understands what it's like to live there. Because you could have your preconceived notions. They're probably wrong. You know, I'd imagine people that really are smart about moving somewhere else, like have spent time there, they maybe have some connections there.
All I know is more people want to move into the United States than any other country in the world. There's a reason for that.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really refute that. But I just think this focus on money is kind of taking us away from like our spiritual selves. Like we're just kind of operating. Not everybody.
But you can be both. You can do both. I am not rich, but money's not so much of an issue. But I still like how does what you just said affect me?
Well,
because I like my job. I like to work. I like to be comfortable. I like to give. I like to give other people things.
Sure.
And if it's hard earned on my end, then I enjoy that.
Yeah.
And I like to spend on myself a little bit too.
Sure. I mean, as you should.
Now, I'm not saying it brings happiness by no means, but feeling secure, safe, secure, and comfortable brings happiness.
I guess the way I'm describing it is I hate what money does to things, to entities, to people, to businesses, to our economy, to who's going out of business, to who's coming in. I'm noticing this trend of up and up and up, and it's just climbing. It's like has to be the most efficient, most money making, most.
Yep.
How many things are tied into your bank account every month that are automatically coming out? It's like this, you know, it just seems like it's not slowing down.
No, but it's kind of, I think we're always going to be this way.
Yeah.
But I think what you're noticing is the rich companies are getting richer and richer and richer.
Yes.
At the expense of
Yeah.
small businesses,
Yeah.
which is a real thing that's
So
happening.
I love small businesses, dude. I
Me
love
too.
people trying to make their way, and like it almost seems like an impossibility these days. Like I'd imagine there's some folks who really had to go, and I really feel for these folks, go the extra mile to get their business together, and then they're not backed when this shit happens, and they go out and maybe their dream is dead. Maybe
Yeah, it's bullshit, dude. It's fucking bullshit. Like, why can you go into a Walmart, but you can't go into a restaurant? You know what I mean? Like,
how many people are in a Walmart too?
Yeah, I get it. They have high ceilings. There's a lot of space, but dude, it makes no sense.
Yeah.
That like restaurants, especially in like New York City, have to close.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's a whole thing.
There's no science that's come out that says in restaurants this has caused an exponential amount. Like, why is it okay to go to Walmart?
Sure. Well, it's definitely the space thing, like you mentioned. I mean, a lot of restaurants, especially small restaurants,
but a lot of these
don't
restaurants
have a lot of capacity.
Yeah, but they've cut down the capacity. You
Yeah.
can't be within 6 feet of anybody.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, Walmart, it's impossible to not be within 6 feet,
Yeah.
6 feet of people.
Yeah.
And they are the wildest creatures in Walmart, man. And they don't.
The creatures of Walmart.
They don't give a fuck. Their masks are down. Who's gonna tell them to get out?
I got it over my mouth.
I've seen it, man. I've seen it myself.
I feel like.
And then you tell a restaurant that is playing by the rules, has invested in like plexiglass.
Yeah.
You're telling them they have to shut down and lose their livelihood? That's fucking
Yeah,
bullshit.
I really wonder. There's been occasions where I've heard folks that got it, and they said the only possible thing might have been that they went to a restaurant. It's usually what I've heard come up if somebody's like.
Yeah,
I've heard that like twice, so it could be. You know, I don't know. People aren't responsible. We're getting way off YouTube.
Oh yeah.
I love that conversation, and you know, I feel like I've had it many times. This money thing, and people are gonna disagree with me, and I'm probably gonna get some shit. And people, you think you don't? Because I think they immediately think that since I'm saying I hate money, that if their endeavors are like, you know, deep in money, you know, if they're like trading off a grand portion of their life for money, then they almost feel like you're shitting on what they want, or like, and it's
but they also may think that you're full of shit because you would take money if someone gave you a shit ton of money.
Sure,
take it. You wouldn't. You know.
Sure, I'd take it.
Off.
I guess it depends on the amount, but I would probably give a lot of it away. I think. Like if somebody gave me an unreal, I don't think anybody has any business having $300 million.
I agree.
I think it doesn't make any sense for you to have this absorbent wealth when so many people are suffering, when there are so many problems with the world, and you're focused on your little. Well, my family.
Here's the thing, though.
My family is fine, but there's this Hawaiian song about this. So like the white man coming into their land, buying up all the property, and then not giving anything back to the people of the land.
I don't think you should be forced to give any of it away, though, because the second you do that,
you shouldn't be forced. You should feel like you have some human compulsion to help.
But a lot of these guys who are that rich employ thousands of people.
Yeah,
you know. So there's
a lot
that
of them are deplorable people too.
That they employ?
No. I'm talking about the higher ups in companies, the ones that say, "Oh, I got a $26 million bonus this year." You know?
Yeah.
Cool,
that's
man.
insane.
Cool, man.
That's insane.
Nice. 26 million. That's it, huh? People can't even make it to the next month.
Yep.
People are waiting in line at food banks. People's dreams are shattering. Oh, you're cool. Do you see that slide to the right thing about the wealth chart of Jeff Bezos? It's a URL. It's a link. And
really?
You literally swipe. I swiped for 15 minutes straight.
No shit. That's how rich. That's how much more rich.
You're panning by, and every every colored thing you see on the screen is his wealth, and it's going by, one square like this says, this is how much it would cost to take care of every U.S. veteran that's disabled. And you're just swiping by it. It took you half a second. This is how much money it would take to feed the homeless in the country. Swiping by, swiping by. What the fuck is he doing with that money?
I guess when you're that rich, the only thing that motivates you is being the richest.
Yeah.
Because
being the boss.
When money is not an issue and you can do whatever the fuck you want, you can buy whatever you want, and not even think about it. The only thing that's going to, if you're a competitive person in the first place, which a lot of these guys are, because Jeff Bezos, say what you want, he's a genius.
They want to show that
the only thing they have is that they're competitive and they want to be the best.
Yeah.
So I think that's why they hold on to it. But that's crazy to think about.
It just shouldn't be allowed.
Send me that link, man.
I will send it to you.
Well, what shouldn't be allowed,
because it blows your mind.
What shouldn't be allowed is Amazon is not taxed.
There's
some
taxed.
Crazy loophole.
Seriously?
Yes, look it up. It's fucking ridiculous.
Why? Because they have offshore accounts or something?
I don't know the full details of it. It's some sort of loophole in the taxes.
Out of control, man.
Yeah.
Out of control. The wealth disparity in this country. And then for them to say, oh, it's been 8 months. We're going to give you $600.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Bullshit.
Wow.
Bullshit.
It's been 8 months, and you're going to give us $600.
It's insane. And then,
really, guys? Why? I mean, this fucking dude, Mitch McConnell can just say no, and that's it, right?
What, to 2,000?
No, if they proposition something, he can agree or disagree, right? So he has like this absolute power almost.
Yeah. He does have to face the wrath if he doesn't do what the people want, though.
For
I think
18 years he's been in office?
He's fucking miserable, man. I can't stand him. But
you know who he reminds me of?
Some sort of alien.
You ever seen Pan's Labyrinth?
No.
There's this monster that has its fucking eyes on its hands.
Oh! I saw somebody draw. They took Mitch McConnell's face and stretched it out, and all of a sudden he was this monster with eyeballs on his hands. So it must be the same guy, right? I've seen that.
The same monster.
I could see the resemblance.
Sorry, you were saying.
Oh, I forget what I was saying.
Fuck. Yeah, I don't know.
I think the holdup on pushing it to $2,000 was like, look at all this other bullshit that's in this bill.
Yeah.
What
is it doing here?
Dude? Why are we paying Libya and Syria? You know what it is? It's special interests. It's these politicians, both sides, Republican and Democratic, who are lobbyists essentially for these other things, and they're like, well, we're not going to sign this if we don't get X, Y, and Z. If I don't give, $1 million to Libya,
so they wouldn't be coming through on their end of the bargain if they stopped it. Is that what you're saying? No,
I'm saying that they're getting directives from their special. These guys, a lot of these politicians, their pockets are lined. It's not like a conspiracy.
Yeah.
It's true. They're lobbyists. They get consultant fees from these other things. So they're going to take care of their guys before they go ahead and push through,
of course.
a bill.
Take care of theirs.
But it's a fucking shame, and it should be criminal that they're giving out $600 payments.
Yeah.
When half of the bill is going towards other shit that has nothing to do with the pandemic.
How do they sleep at night is what I'm wondering. And is it taking years off their life worrying?
No, it probably doesn't.
Probably isn't.
They're probably sleeping in silk sheets. And
that smell like tobacco, freshly ground tobacco.
Cozy fire in the corner.
Fucking golden retriever on their lap. And it's just you.
And its name is Mitch.
Mitch, dude. Oh, come here, Mitch. Oh, our favorite show's on the television. Honey,
some good whiskey.
Honey, come watch. It's starting. I don't know. I'm not done with my things yet.
Can you pass me the
bottle?
Yeah,
here's the bottle.
I'm going to let you talk.
Fuck. I feel like we veered way off YouTube.
Yeah, but go back to YouTube. So
wait, just so I can link it together in my head. How did we get to there from YouTube? Because I was trying to think of that in my head. I'm trying to get better with this. Like,
Yeah.
why did,
Yeah.
But whatever. I thought it's a fine
We
conversation.
were talking about money somehow.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Okay.
Yeah. But YouTube it's so massive.
Yeah.
I read the numbers. It's something like 5 billion plays per day.
Dude.
Per day.
People.
It's bigger than TV.
Yeah.
And it might be bigger than TV ever was.
Yeah. I think there's going to be, and there's already changes coming into effect. But I think things are going to change. They've been trying to sell you that YouTube TV for the past 2 years. I feel like it always comes up, and I always just say skip.
Yeah.
Like, fuck this.
I'm not
but
buying into that.
They're going to monetize it more, I feel like. Or they're just going to let the advertisers pay their way. But some of these streamers, man, and YouTubers making like $8 million a year, like $9 million. I mean, the wealth distribution I'm happy with in a way because maybe it gives a good person some money. I know like one of these YouTubers I follow has raised $400,000 for mental health awareness, NAMI. And if you're somebody that's dealing with, mental health that's kind of dwindling and you notice it, you have resources at your fingertips. Look up NAMI, National Alliance of Mental Health. Because there are people there, then they'll talk to you, and they have resources together. And there's no shame in feeling like trash right now, because a lot of people do. So you don't need to act like you don't. It's fine. A lot of people feel badly, but I think in that regard, YouTube's actually a really cool thing. And I could be on the other side of this this coin. I could easily see their argument, but I think we have a lot of time to fill, and we can fill it in a healthy manner or an unhealthy manner, or a manner that keeps us sane or a manner that keeps us insane. But I think there are things that are positive on YouTube that you watch and you get entertainment out of, and they're thought-provoking because they're not on some station, where people are being...
Yeah, I like that there's no middleman. If you think about it, it's a user direct thing where... Now, granted, there are companies, and now TV is on YouTube, but the average person can develop a platform and grow substantially without the help of anyone else but themselves. And
this thing I heard talked about how when people subscribe to you on YouTube, they're subscribing to you. Mm-hmm. Your content, your whatever, but they've taken an interest in who you are as a creator. Right. As a personality. That's nothing new. We've always paid attention to personalities. I think more than anything, though, I like... okay, I don't want to eat my words here. I love to look up thought-provoking things on YouTube that make me... Because I'm not a big reader. Mm-hmm. So I like to hear... I intake things auditorily. Is that a word?
Yeah.
So, like... listening to Jordan Peterson or listening to philosophers or,
Dude, I'm surprised you listen to Jordan.
I listen to Jordan Peterson a lot.
He's considered very controversial.
Yeah. Do you know why?
Because he says the truth. No, I'm just kidding. What?
A majority of the hate came because he was directly saying that the way they were trying to introduce pronouns into for they or them, he was just pretty much saying, listen, this isn't so. This isn't so.
Yep.
If you're changing this, then that's something I'd like to know. But as it stands, this is not what you're saying. It's not true. And that was his perspective. I have I'm not weighing in on that at all.
Yep.
But the way I've kind of, the way it's kind of aged on me is that let's say you want to learn something, right? And there's all these previous, legends that have trailblazed and this whatever. And then you have somebody current that is studied in all of them. So they're almost like a cheat sheet or a person that draws from 6 things.
Yep.
6 different ideologies.
Ideologies.
I always have trouble with that. And then it's like, of course, people are going to disagree with them. And then, of course, there's different, perspectives on the matter. Yeah. But I just think we have all these people in front of us. I think he's one of... I know that some women don't agree with, feminists don't like him. And
Yeah. The thing that worries me is there's a strong push now from a YouTube to kind of deplatform these ideas that aren't considered the most, I guess, left wing. A lot of these guys,
like it's getting politicized, you mean?
well, yeah. So it is. It totally is. So I'm not saying I agree with any of these guys, but even like the conspiracy theory guys and like an Alex Jones who says a lot of crazy dumb shit.
Yeah.
Has said some awful things actually.
Right.
But is
He's
also
been censored by many platforms.
He's off. He's off of YouTube.
Off Twitter, right?
He's off Twitter and he's off YouTube. Now I don't think, no matter how crazy the things that he says are, I don't think anybody should be deplatformed.
No, you can't just silence somebody because you don't agree with what they're saying.
We should present facts. Like here's what this kind of like what they're doing with Trump now on Twitter. Whatever he says, and if it's actually something that's not factual, they have a little thing.
Sure.
Alex Jones should be the same thing, or any other conspiracy guy.
Well, they can't. Nobody would be able to keep up with him. So that deep state stuff, like
but they can
sex clubs for the rich. Nobody's gonna let that go through.
No, the easiest thing to do would have a disclaimer under every YouTube video that he makes.
Yeah.
But
no, not when they're in power, dude.
What's that?
Not when it's them that he's trying to expose. He could be.
Yeah,
there could be people in there higher ups that I was at a party with this guy. He was doing lines of coke off a stripper, and then he had sex with blah blah blah. I'm Alex Jones.
Yeah, but eventually the facts come to light, and they prevail.
Yeah.
So let the guy do his thing.
Yeah.
If people like watching him, don't censor him.
It's a slippery slope.
That's what I mean.
Censoring people?
Because you start censoring him, then it's somebody maybe less like that.
Or make fucking
then
YouTube family.
Then maybe it's Joe Rogan. What if you don't agree with Joe Rogan says?
Is he? Well, did you see that thing about?
They've tried to cancel him.
Did you see that thing about they edited one of his Spotify episodes?
Did they?
Removed some stuff?
Well, they tried for a while they put pressure on him to take Alex Jones off and some other conspiracy guys.
Yeah, and he said, fuck that.
He said, fuck that.
Yeah.
It was the Spotify employees. They got together, they had like this big meeting and
here's the thing people forget. I don't know what his contract is with Spotify, but I'd imagine if they got rid of him on some grounds that they didn't agree to at first, his wealth doesn't lie in his money only. Mm-hmm. His wealth is in him. He's the show.
Yeah,
him and his staff.
He's not owned by Spotify either. It's a licensing agreement. So there's contracts that say if you violate, either side violates, they can end it.
Yeah, the listenership, they've kind of tailed off a little bit because of the Spotify only. They're not on YouTube anymore.
Yeah, I myself, I don't mean to do this.
I've stopped listening.
I have Spotify, but I don't go on it religiously enough to, because I watch YouTube a lot.
Yeah, me too.
And since he's not on there, I just kind of forget about it. It's not that I don't want to listen to it. I literally forget
like watching it. I don't listen. I don't do the audio.
Me too.
I sit and watch it
and
late at night.
The comments are like the best part.
Yeah.
And there's no comments anymore.
Uh-huh. You need to bring it up on your phone, and then you can go under the comments.
There's Spotify comments?
Oh, Spotify. Oh, okay.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
don't know. I think they're... anyways, I think fucking YouTube's, really onto something and they've been onto something, and I need to reignite my YouTube in some way. I feel like I need to put a better effort forward for it for sure. But that's one of the things I want to tackle this year.
Yeah, man. I think not even just music, man. Like this podcast, first of all, should be on. It technically is on YouTube, but it's just it's like a stream of the whole thing.
Right. We are on YouTube, folks. If you search the Gluecast,
but it's just a still image. We don't have video here.
Yeah.
But maybe that's something we'll get soon. But even yourself, like all you need is a USB mic and headphones and a computer.
Yeah.
And you can share your thoughts directly there. And I think video is way more impactful. Nobody wants to sit through. Nobody wants to. When I listen to podcasts, I like to do other things, like maybe check my emails, whatever.
Yeah.
Unless you pay the Google subscription for YouTube, the $15, then you can't even X out of that and like read your emails. So it's hard to listen. You know what I mean? Like if you're listening, you're
saying you can't minimize it.
Correct, unless you pay the fee.
That's not. I can minimize mine and bring other things up.
Do you have a Google subscription?
No.
Maybe. Hey, maybe that's a Google. Oh, do you know why?
Oh, it's because you have an Apple phone.
Yeah. Those fuckers.
Yeah.
If that's true, that's bullshit.
It is true because I can show you afterwards.
Because
I can
it's
minimize.
It's a Google Android.
So the
right?
little YouTube windows in the bottom right, and I can window out and do other things.
Wow. Yeah, you can't do that on iPhone.
That's a big deal.
It's a huge deal.
Yeah.
I am ashamed to say this, but I pay the fucking $5 a month for that alone.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. Dude, they got angles, bro.
Yeah, they got angles.
Holy moly.
But dude, to me, plus I don't have to sit through any ads.
Yeah.
Because I pay that. And I watch so much YouTube that I should say listen. I listen to a lot of YouTube.
Here's a question. You think Apple might have spies? Huh?
Mm-hmm.
You think Apple's becoming a superpower?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that weird?
They all are.
Isn't that weird? The
Google,
tech
Apple.
companies, the 6 most popular tech companies in the world are the 6 richest entities.
It's insane.
Businesses.
Insane.
I mean, people think it's crazy, bro, but that fucking bipod robot, it's going to be at the Apple symbol.
Yep.
And it's going to be shooting lasers into your house and blowing it up.
No, I think you're crazy, for the record.
Bam, blow it up. Then they got ear pods that fly around like jets, kind of. They hover over your house, then they just sonically kill everybody under.
Dude, how crazy is it that just reminded me, how crazy is it that in probably 3 or 4 years, it's going to be a normal thing to see drones drop off packages on your doorstep. Mm-hmm. Dude, that is the future. Like when I was 19, you know what I mean? When I was when I was 6 years old in 1987, 88.
Yeah.
If you told me that by the time I was 40 or whatever, that there'd be drones dropping off packages and you could see packages in the sky, I'd be like, yeah, that's the future, man.
Dude, we didn't even fucking scratch the surface on. We went off on other things.
Simulation theory?
Yeah, we didn't get much into simulation theory. I agree that that's the future, by the way.
Yep.
There are a lot of things that are going to be changing. But I wanted to get into, like, who do you watch? Like, who's in your recommended tab on YouTube? We don't have a lot of time. Do we want to do a music segment, you think?
Let's finish the discussion on YouTube.
Okay. We're at about, I think we got about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, I think when I like the recommended tab. It can be completely ridiculous too, like bringing up stuff that you're just like, fuck.
Well,
like,
the thing
I just
is,
wanted to watch this one thing the one time.
Yeah, and then they
you
kill
didn't
you
need to suggest it to me for the next 3 weeks.
Yeah, the other day I looked up old school Green Day, like live performances. I was a huge Green Day fan in like 93, 94. And now if you scroll down my suggested or on my phone, you think I only want to watch Green Day. That's it.
Super fan.
Just, dude, what the fuck? Scrolling Green Day, everything. Like,
damn, like you can't go. There's still content like that for Green Day out there.
So I try to subscribe a lot. Because that way, if you go to the
yeah.
subscriptions thing,
Yeah,
it shows you the things that you. So I've subscribed to obviously Joe Rogan,
Yeah.
who's not on there anymore, but his clips are.
Oh, is the channel not there?
It's
Like
there, but it's only
suspended or something?
no. He doesn't upload any of the new stuff. It's only he'll do clips.
Yeah.
And then he'll do his old like 5 million plus videos, like his huge like Kanye West, Post
Sure.
Malone.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
kept those
Okay.
probably to continue to make money off of them.
Yeah, of course.
Because they still
they're
get crazy
monetized.
amounts of views. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I listen to Joe Rogan. I watch Joe Rogan. I watch Your Mom's House podcast, which is hilarious.
Those fucking crazy fucks.
And I tend to watch this guy, Tim Pool.
Okay.
Are you familiar with Tim Pool?
Is he a comedian?
No, he's just a normal dude, and he talks politics.
Oh,
He
okay.
used to be a skater. He used to be a what's interesting about him is he used to be part of the Wall Street. What's that Wall Street movement that was like?
I'm not sure.
It had a name. It's like this big Wall Street. Oh damn it!
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill my. This is one. I'm gonna listen to myself. If I re-listen, I'm gonna kill myself
Yeah,
for not.
you're like,
But he was part of this kind of like almost like liberal movement to be like fuck Wall Street.
Yeah.
And over the years, he started to kind of shift a little bit more to the right. And I like guys that kind of have both.
Yeah.
You know, left
Both sides
and
of
both
the
sides.
story.
Yeah, and they try to find the truth. And yeah, he's a guy that I
Can I ask you a question?
sure.
Do you think that it's weird that when you just said the right, I didn't know what that meant?
Really? Mm-hmm. Right wing.
Yeah,
You know what the left?
I don't know what that means.
You know what the left
No.
means, right?
Neither one.
Really?
I try to. I fucking hate that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And especially when like people categorize, and I'm not talking about you because it's everywhere,
Mm-hmm.
but like they just throw it into a category and they're like, this is, far right, leftist, supreme, unique.
Right. Yeah.
I'm like, I'm out. I'm
Supreme.
out. The second he said it, I'm clocked out.
It's
So
pretty.
it's not because I'm stupid. It's
Yeah.
just that because somebody might say that you're an idiot. You don't know what left or right means after all these
Yeah.
years.
But to be real clear.
Yeah.
Left is Democratic, right is Republican.
Okay. Left is Democratic, right is Republican.
Yeah. So when they say right wing, that's like
And what if it's something else?
if you're in the middle, you're a centrist.
Centrist.
Yeah.
What if you don't believe in any of it?
You're a anarchist.
Isn't that funny?
I don't know what they call it. Disenfranchised. I don't know.
Disenfranchised.
That's kind of what I am. I would say that I definitely lean right in a lot of like economic stuff, but then I don't know. The
I don't
older
believe in any of those crooks.
I know
I don't
I
believe
know.
in any of those crooks.
that I don't either.
None of them.
I don't either.
Not a lick of what they say. Not a lick of what they look like.
Yeah,
They're fucking scumbags.
they all are. They don't give a fuck.
They're
about
just slimy as fuck.
it. I know.
There's people they're meeting with on Tuesday that are going to be asking for $1 million for their project or something, and
Dude, Tuesday I believe is the big shebang.
is it?
That's the day that officially
Yeah.
the electors decide the president.
Trump's
And he said-
people aren't agreeing.
He has
You see that?
Yeah. He has a massive rally, like millions and millions of people going to D.C.
Dolan Trump.
I don't know if it's millions of people. I think he wants to say there's going to be
Millions and millions. It's going to be the biggest, potentially the biggest rally anybody's ever seen.
It probably will be.
Anybody's ever seen.
Dude, the way he says millions and millions
Millions.
and millions.
Millions.
China.
China.
Why do you call it the Chinese virus? Because it comes from China.
China. Fucking guy. Get him out on his ass and then throw him in jail right when he gets out.
Whatever.
Put him in jail.
He can pardon himself.
Yeah, he
Imagine
just
that.
pardoned all of his crook friends.
Yeah,
And
imagine.
that's legal.
Well, I don't think Roger Stone is a crook.
You don't think Roger Stone is a crook?
Not really. I think he's fucking
What?
crazy. I think he's crazy.
Oh, he's a fucking. If anybody should be behind bars, it's that guy.
What did he do?
Dude? He's been involved in so much fucking behind the scenes bullshit, like getting people elected in like shady ways. That shit should be
All
punished.
right, I got to look that up because I'm not aware of that.
Oh, there's a whole fucking documentary on it. He's a shady fuck. And yeah, I was actually sent the video.
Oh, he is shady. Don't get me wrong,
yeah.
but I don't think anything criminal.
Well, when you walk that line, as rich motherfuckers do, they make sure. Oh well, as long as I don't do this, it's not illegal. I'm not a criminal.
Dude, anybody in politics, you could fucking find something on.
He was saying his disposition or something. Did you see that video?
No.
And the guy's questioning him, and he's like just cussing out the lawyer. And his hands, he's fiddling with his hands like crazy. And every time the guy says something to him, he goes, he like grits his teeth and his hands start shaking.
He's almost like a character. Like I think he plays into it. He
You
wears
think
like
so?
crazy bow ties and shit. Yeah, like he's just a fucking.
I gotta
weirdo.
send you that video. It's hilarious.
send it to me, 'cause
You can
I-
almost hear his teeth breaking. He's gritting his teeth so hard while this guy's asking him questions. You have no bounds. No bounds for that. You couldn't say it. Crazy son of a bitch.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to pick it. We haven't covered YouTube enough.
I know.
But who
What's
knows?
on? Wait.
Maybe
So what's on your?
Oh, my recommended.
Real quick, as we end
Like people know by now, I've been kind of collecting, investing in Pokemon, so that comes up a lot because once you search things. But I watch different podcasts.
Bro, you have to make a YouTube channel about you love Pokemon that much.
Yeah.
And you're passionate about it.
Yeah.
You can clearly speak to people.
Sure.
You have a good radio voice.
Hey, thank you.
Terrible face though. You're gonna have to get a haircut.
What?
Yeah, if you want to do the YouTube thing.
Nani?
Like I don't know shit about Pokemon. I don't give a fuck about Pokemon.
Yeah.
But
No, why should you?
But you do. And you like it. And there are a
Yeah.
lot of other people that like it.
A lot of people like it. Some
And-
people might think you're a stupid loser for liking it.
Who cares?
But
Who cares?
I don't care about those people.
Who cares?
They can fuck off. Like, I'm not going to fucking act like I'm not
It's the
interested
same shit
in
as
something.
baseball cards. If someone gives you shit about liking Pokemon,
Yeah.
it's the same shit.
Yeah.
You like collectable things
Yeah.
and you like
they
the story
fantasize about
behind.
sport athletes.
Yeah, they do.
They think about them making catches and shit.
Yeah.
Remember that in 1999 when Roger Crosby caught that line
Roger
drive
Crosby.
down the line?
Roger Crosby.
Yeah, so you know what I watch a lot for podcasts? Bad Friends is probably top of my list. Every Monday I'll listen.
So that's
Listen to
is that
and watch.
Theo? Who
No,
is that?
that's Bobby Lee and Santino.
Oh, Andrew Santino.
And I didn't realize Andrew Santino was a complete extra. Didn't have one line in Disaster Artist. He's
I've
like
never
plays
seen
this
that.
like you didn't see that?
No.
It's like the remake of. It's not really the remake. I guess
Was that a Judd Apatow movie?
it might have been. He was in it.
Okay.
He was actually in one scene, so that might make sense. But you know the movie The Room? It's like one of the
No.
most famous bad movies of all time.
No.
There's like this cult following because it was
it's so
just
bad.
shot. Like the way it was shot, it's almost comedic, but the guy's intention supposedly wasn't for it to be comedic. So he came out, he invested like $6 million of his own money. He was like, they had this endless bank account, and nobody knew where he got his money. He talks like a weirdo, dresses like a weirdo, like failed out of every acting class he'd ever taken, but he was the lead guy in the movie. And so James Franco, you should really watch it because it's hilarious.
I should. Dude, I love those terribly bad movies because they don't even. So, you ever watch Showgirls?
Showgirls. Oh, with the girl
Elizabeth-
from Saved by the Bell?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which
Oh,
was
you know
like,
I did.
it was like a bold move for her. She was like a teen star, and
Yeah.
all of a sudden, she it was like a budget. It had a marketing budget. It had a lot of things behind it, and it
Yeah.
was just the worst movie of all
Dude,
time.
movie
but
was-
it's so bad that
Yeah.
it's hilarious.
You could see her tits, though. That was a big
Yeah,
draw.
that
And
was
now
like-
these days, that wouldn't be. Nobody would blink an eye.
Yeah.
Say, oh, well, you're going a risky route with your career.
Right.
Sounds natural.
Now they're like, it's fucking OnlyFans, $5
Yeah.
a month.
All right, well, let's skip to a quick song for the outro.
Let's do it.
And we kind of short on time this week, but we're glad to be here.
You're
We're
gonna
glad.
play Sideways?
I'm gonna play Sideways. Yeah.
All right.
All right. Be right back. You know it ain't easy for these stars that leave me. Ain't no words to describe it in French or in English. 'Cause diamonds they fade and flowers they bloom. And I'm telling you, these feelings won't go away. They've been knocking me sideways. They've been knocking me out, baby. Ever since you come around here, these feelings won't go away. They've been knocking me sideways. They've been knocking me out, baby. Since you come around, well, diamonds they fade and flowers they bloom. And I'm telling you, and I'm telling you, these feelings won't go away. Thanks for.
Yeah, good shit, Dom.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Thank you for listening to the Gluecast.
Yeah. The beginning of season 2.
Season 2, episode
Thanks,
1.
everybody.
Featuring
Have a good week.
Adam.
Trying to make it to Japan. I want to play for fans and do it in the grandstand. Do them in my style. I do it once in a while. Do them in my style. I let the lyrics go, let them flow out of my soul. I'm on this instrumental, going straight mental. I do it like a patient sitting in a chair. I could listen all day if I sit here and do what I do best. But smoking on that ganja, smoking like the guitar.